How can you find your very first drop servicing client in 10 easy steps? This video is exactly for that. So first of all, you need to understand what drop servicing actually is in the basic principle if you're new to this business model. So as you can see, we're currently on the website called Fiverr.com, which is one of the biggest freelance hiring marketplaces. So essentially, drop servicing is us reselling someone else's services. So in this case, if you are reselling this gig, which is $295, if we times it by 5 times, it is essentially a very good margin of profit. $1,475 is something that we would be looking to resell this specific web design service elsewhere out of Fiverr. So for example, by sending emails, LinkedIn messages, Instagram messages, and outreaching to businesses and sole individuals who are running different small businesses. So we're going to be offering this kind of service to them. And if we actually get a client at this price point or an alternative price point that you think is a good value, then all we need to do is pay the $295 on here, add all the requirements for this supplier, and once the project is done, give all the files and all the information to the client, and essentially you're going to be pocketing over $1,000 from just one client. So guys, this is what drop servicing is in the basic sense. So first of all, guys, what we need to do if we actually want to get our very first drop servicing client, we need to think about who is our client. So currently, I'm showing you 50 different business types. So in my experience of doing drop servicing for 5 years, you need to really think about your target market, the offer, and also who is your client before you even start doing any outreach. If you start doing outreach blindly and sending thousands of emails to random companies and random people without even understanding of what the target market is and also what exactly are you offering, usually you don't get very far. So as you can see on here, you can outreach to accountants. You can outreach to agents, for example, such as real estate agents. You can outreach to asset management companies in the finance space. You can offer them graphic design. There is so many different things. For example, brokers, insurance brokers. What can you offer to insurance brokers? Anything. For example, video editing. A lot of insurance brokers actually create content on LinkedIn, for example, right? So you can find insurance brokers. And in this video, actually, I'm going to be trying to find some insurance brokers where we could be offering them video editing services. Then we have business services. For example, outsourcing, right? So maybe you can find a small local business that needs some outsourcing work. You can go on Fiverr and find, service providers. Look at design, okay? So you can offer web design, graphic design, logo design. It's a very broad field. There is thousands and thousands and thousands of different small types of services and small types of niches that we can offer. Look at this, legal services. Okay, so lawyers is also a potential target market for you. So you need to understand and you need to really think about what exactly you're going after. What is your target audience, target market? So once you choose a small business, a local business type that you think you could be offering some valuable service to, perhaps you even have some connections in your local market, or maybe you know a little bit about that industry, then the next step is really choosing the specific niche that you're going to be offering for that market segment. So for example, this is a very good exercise. So again, if you go to Fiverr.com, type in your niche, and then type in marketing, because most of drop servicing is about marketing, sales, and similar kinds of things. We're really thinking about how to help another business to market their business, to get more leads, to make them graphic design, logo design, banners, and things like that. That's why I'm putting marketing in here. And here's the thing, guys. Here you can type in accountancy, lawyer, whatever. So once you do that and click search, Fiverr is actually going to give you a lot of different ideas of the types of niches that you can actually do. But first of all, of course, guys, as I said, you have to choose your specific market industry, the type of client, because if you don't know what the type of client is, then you cannot know, because marketing is essentially a very broad term. Marketing for whom? Marketing for a real estate agent is very different to marketing for an accounting firm. You know what I mean? So once you choose a niche, for example, real estate agent, type in that, you will see, choose a related category to narrow your search results. What Fiverr is actually doing is giving us some ideas of what kind of services we could be providing to these real estate agents. Social media, real estate video promos, paid social media, right? Social media management. Already I've got 4 niches out of just this small piece of information of what kind of services I could be providing to a real estate agent. And a lot of people come to me because I've got one of the most popular YouTube channel about drop servicing, and people come to me and they say, how can I find a profitable niche? How can I find a niche that is not saturated? How can I find a niche within some specific market segment? I just don't know where to start. Guys, I gave you the cheat code right now. You can do this on Fiverr itself. But that's just the beginning, because once you go down, you can see that there is over 100,000 services available for this specific search query. So as you can see, people are offering all sorts of things, and this can give you ideas of the types of niches that you could be offering to this specific market audience. So as you can see, somebody is offering Facebook advertising. Okay, so you can offer Facebook advertising service generating leads for real estate agents. You've got your very first idea of the type of market and niche you can go into. As you can see, this person is offering social media marketing manager. Okay, so you can run someone's organic social media. For example, maybe they have a TikTok page creating videos, right? So you can help them to upload videos, right? You can help them to answer messages. The same thing on LinkedIn. Maybe they're creating some content on LinkedIn and they need to manage their page or even their personal LinkedIn. Okay, the same thing on Facebook and Twitter. There's a lot of people, huge teams running some big accounts. For example, people like Alex Hermosi, he has so much content going out every single day. Do you think he's actually managing every single of his pages and posting manually? No, he has a team. People have logins to his social profiles and they're actually managing this stuff. They're uploading videos, they're editing videos, they're putting thumbnails, they're writing descriptions on all these different platforms. This is a service that you could be offering to a real estate agent. This is a real estate promo video service. So you can offer real estate promo videos. For example, promoting that specific business. You can create a video. So of course, not yourself, but finding a supplier who is going to do it. Again, I will make a real estate video ads for home sellers. The real estate agent can actually make some content with his phone, then send it to you. You're going to give it to your supplier on Fiverr, and you can create a house tour videos, okay? And you can charge money for that. Look at this. I will design buyer and seller guide, real estate listing presentation. So presentations for real estate agents. Guys, as you can see, I'm showing you dozens and dozens and dozens of different niches. I will do Zillow scraping for real estate. So we can scrape real estate leads from Fiverr, and then we can offer this service to real estate agents in the US, in Australia, in the UK, and this is super simple, guys. This is just, we just need to put a markup on. Okay, for the purposes of this video, we're not going to go very deep into the numbers of how much you should be pricing this, but I'm going to give you a rough guideline. So for any service that is $100 or less, we want to be selling it at 5 to 10 times more. So for example, let's look at this service. This is $40, okay? So this service, 5 times, you would be reselling it at $200, right? And if it's 10 times, you of course would be selling it at $400, pocketing more than $360 after you sell this. Again, now, if you're selling a service that's a lot more expensive, everything slightly over $100, maybe $200, $300, then you can realistically expect to sell it at 3 to 5 times more. So, for example, if I'm going down and seeing this one, this is like $200. $200 times 3, that's $600, okay? And $200 times 5, that's $1,000, right? Minus 200, we're at $800. Now, if you're selling stuff that's even more expensive, in this case, for example, let's look at this one. I will be your real estate social media manager. This person is commanding it $675. At this price point, realistically, you can sell it at 2 to 3 times more, because simply this is a much more expensive service. Okay, so you'll be selling it at either this price, or you'll be selling it 3 times cost, which is 2,000 to $25 minus $675. You're pocketing $1,350 in the process. But guys, I'm not saying these prices are good or not. I'm just giving you an example from the listings that I'm seeing right now. And guys, we can go lower and lower and lower, and we can start seeing more and more and more different niches. For example, I will create a website logo for real estate shop. So again, another niche for real estate agents. I will provide cell phone numbers of real estate agents and realtors. Again, this is another service within real estate agency. Then of course, we can then make websites for people. Okay, I will do real estate SMS marketing and cold calling. Okay, so we can offer this service again, lead generation using Facebook ads and Instagram ads. Guys, this is crazy. I just showed you around 10 different niches just in the process of talking about this in the last couple of minutes. And now I'm going to show you that the exact same process also works for any other type of business. Let's just put in, for example, restaurants and then marketing. You will see the exact same thing. For example, I will be your social media marketing manager for cafe, restaurants, so you can offer social media management for restaurants. Okay, I will promote your restaurant digitally. So this is probably, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and stuff like this. There is also logo designs. We have marketing materials, things like that, flyers, and then brochures that you can put on a table in a restaurant. So there is absolutely hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ideas that you can quickly generate by just putting your niche market, the niche industry, then putting marketing. Another strategy that you can use is you can actually type in a slightly different keyword. For example, sales. Let's go down and see, maybe we can get more ideas. So restaurant menu, food menu, another niche within restaurant industry, So there is a lot of niches to be found just by modifying this keyword. Okay, what we can also do is we can just, for example, type in restaurant and nothing else. Let's see what kind of things we're getting. I will build a restaurant website with online ordering. Another niche that you can offer to potential restaurants. But if you don't put marketing, then you're going to see a lot of different things. For example, again, menu design here, logo design there, packaging design. Well, it's not very applicable to restaurants, but still, you get the idea. There is a crazy amount of niches that you can find by just putting your target market, target niche from this list, or a similar type of list that just lists a lot of local businesses, so you don't have to even think what types of local businesses can I actually go after, and then put it in there, put sales or marketing or something similar, and then you can find tons and tons and tons of services. Okay, so once you choose the type of business that you're going to be going after, right? Let's say restaurant in this case, then you choose the specific niche that you're going to be going after. So for example, you think that, I want to go into graphic design for restaurants. Then what you need to do is you need to really choose 2 or 3 niches within restaurant graphic design, and then focus on those 2-3 niches. So, for example, what you can do is you can put in restaurant graphic design. So we're no longer thinking about restaurant video editing, restaurant web design. We're just thinking about restaurant graphic design. As you can see, we're narrowing to a point where you can focus on something, because I don't want you guys to be really doing outreach and thinking about all these things nonstop. For example, one week you're offering video editing, next week you're offering logo design, another week you're offering menu design, then the week after you're offering web design. Guys, this is not good. You have to focus on like 2 or 3 niches, really. That's it. That's the tops. And then when you find your industry and your niche, then you have to find the sub niches of exactly what you're going to be offering. So for example, for restaurant graphic design, this is now a very specific niche with a very specific market. And let's see what kind of things people are offering. So for example, here, flyers and leaflets. Okay, this is a specific niche that you can go into. Okay, you can create just the graphic design, or you can actually, approach a restaurant, create them a graphic design, and also offer a printing service, order it online, and order it directly to their address. This is actually possible. I've actually done that in the past. Okay, let's go down. You can design things like this. Okay, let's go down and see what else we could do. So what we could do is we could create, of course, a logo design. Okay, a logo design for a restaurant. It could be a new restaurant opening up a new location, or it could be an existing restaurant with a very bad logo design. So we could approach them and say, look, your design isn't very good. Of course, you don't have to say that, but you could just say, you know what, currently I'm running a promotion. I'm creating a logo for restaurants in your area. Would you be interested in facelifting your restaurant? Just creating a new logo so that your restaurant looks more modern, more fresh, more up to date, in line with its competition. So, I just showed you 2 niches already within just a couple of minutes. Okay, but there is a lot more to it than just that. What you can also do is you can think about, okay, restaurant menu. Most restaurants already have a menu, right? So I cannot offer this service, right? No, you can. You can offer them redesign of a menu. Maybe their menu isn't very good, right? So for example, let's click on this listing, right? This menu to me looks very, very simple, not engaging, not interesting. Maybe it's okay for an upscale restaurant where the prices are very small and, very small font. Maybe that's the idea. That's the style they wanted to follow. But from my experience, it is better to have more engaging, more images, menus that look very, very interesting. For example, even this one looks better to me personally. It's kind of simple, but I really love that they have, their food on there. It just kind of looks a bit better in my opinion. So here's the thing, guys. What you can offer as well to restaurants is you can offer redesigning of a menu. So maybe they already have a menu, but you can actually redesign that for them. And here's the thing, guys. How much can you charge and how much money can you make with a niche like that? Guys, it's very subjective, but we're going to talk in this video what kind of clients you should be going for. And in my experience, you should be focusing on US, UK, Australia, and similar Western markets where you can really make a huge margin. For example, in this case, $20 is to design this, restaurant menu. This is crazy. Of course, it's a new seller. It doesn't have feedbacks, but I'm just saying, guys, at $20, you could easily be reselling this gig at $350. Easily. I mean, it could be way more than that. I'm just giving you an example, okay? It's just a number that I think would be very easy to get clients at. Okay, so you would be making $330 of pure profit from just one client if you're reselling this at $350. And they don't even need to do any work. All they need to do is give you their existing menu, send a photo of it, or maybe just, maybe they have the design files. So they can send it to you. You buy this on here and you provide this to this supplier, and he'll essentially just, copy the prices, copy the names of the items, and he can make a new menu very quickly, guys. This is super, super simple. But what you can also offer, you can be creative and you can offer, you know what? Christmas is coming. Are you interested in creating a custom menu for Christmas, okay? And if it's only costing them $300, maybe they're going to be interested. So of course, it doesn't have to be very high, because if you're creating a temporary menu that will only last them a month, let's say for December, right? This is exactly the type of service that most restaurants will simply not going to have. It is blue ocean thinking, what can I offer to this small business that it doesn't currently have? Christmas specific menus is just one of the ideas, guys. Your creativity is the limit. There is absolutely crazy amount of opportunities. For example, you could offer vegetarian menu, you could offer gluten-free menu, you could offer kids menu, you could offer specific menu for, let's say, parties that they organize in their restaurant. So as you can see, just within this sub niche of restaurant menu design, I already came up with a bunch of different ideas that you could be offering to a restaurant. So guys, when some of you come to me and ask, Tom, I don't know what kind of niche to offer, all of it is out there, guys. You just need to really put your brain to work and think, okay, so what is my target market? What are their needs right now? And what kind of thing can I be offering to them right now? And then once you choose 2 or 3 sub niches, you have to focus on them heavily for at least, 1 or 2 months. Do a lot of outreach and really collect some data points. You want to see if that sub niche that you selected is actually good, is actually working, does actually need the service that you're offering. But guys, you have to really try it for at least a month, because if you send like 10 or 20 emails or even 50 emails in a span of a couple of days and then think, what, restaurant menu design service doesn't work, nobody's interested in that. Maybe people are interested in that, it's just you're not contacting enough people, or maybe your offer is wrong. So for example, maybe you priced it wrong, and I told you how you should be pricing it. But of course, there could be a lot of different variables, and you need to be focusing on clients in the US, Australia, UK, and other Western markets. For example, if you are from Germany, France, any other Western market, you could absolutely be offering this exact service to them. Drop servicing doesn't just work in the US, UK, Australia. I'm just giving these examples because this is where I made most of my money when I'm drop servicing myself. But guys, what you need to think about is you need to think about critically. Most of these suppliers that we need to be finding on here are based in, let's say, India, Indonesia, Philippines, and similar kind of countries. This is how we're getting that profit, that juicy margin. We want to be getting this juicy margin. Let's see, for example, this guy is from India. This actually makes sense buying from suppliers in India, right? And you want to be reselling these kind of services in markets that are way more expensive. So where these kinds of services are way more expensive. So for example, Germany could be a good market if you can actually communicate in that language. France could be a good market. Italy could be a good market. It could be any country, really. It doesn't have to be just the US, Australia, UK, and other, for example, New Zealand. It doesn't have to be just English-speaking countries. It could be South Africa. You could be doing this exact thing in your local market as well. And depending on the living standards in that country, you could be offering this to businesses in Dubai, to businesses in South Korea, in Hong Kong. It could be anywhere, guys, really, as long as there is a huge margin between what these prices are, right, and between what the local businesses are paying in that market that you selected, guys. But English-speaking markets like the US, UK, and Australia are very good because it's already tested. I've been testing it myself. I've sold thousands and thousands of dollars of different kinds of services: graphic design, video editing, logo design, all kinds of things in the US, in the UK, and that's why I know these markets and I know that it works. And finally, this is also very useful when you're considering what kind of niche to go into. So on Fiverr itself, you can easily go through all of these categories and find a lot of different niches. Look, logo design, website design, but these are the service niches, okay? So first, of course, as we discussed, you have to choose your market niche, and then you add your service niche, and then you have your full niche. Okay, so for example, logo design. This is not specific. Logo design for restaurant, logo design for gym, logo design for spa, design for a digital marketing agency. So you get the idea. Website design, the exact same thing. And then you can go through all of these niches and you can get a lot of ideas of what kind of services you could be offering. For example, SEO, local SEO for e-commerce brands, local SEO for restaurants, local SEO for all kinds of things. Look, video SEO. And then you go through this list, and of course, you can find hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different niches. And then if you add a sub niche, it's really thousands of different sub niches that you can go into. For example, video editing for real estate agents, video editing for wedding companies, video editing for let's say music videos, video editing for social media influencers. There's tons and tons and tons of things. Video editing for podcasts, meditation, maybe some, yoga studios, wherever, you can find tons and tons and tons of different clients. So once you choose your market niche and you choose your service niche, then you have an exact service offering, service proposition that you're going to be offering. For example, in this case, mortgage broker, right? And then lead generation. As you can see, it's made of two parts, okay? And as you can see, there is people offering mortgage leads generation. That's why you can be reselling this service to people like mortgage brokers. So how I would approach actually offering this service, how I would be doing outreach, okay? Because now that we have the service and market offering, we now need to find these types of people. Where are these people? Okay, so there is really three places that I advise you as a beginner in drop servicing to really go after. Okay, so it is going to be Google search and finding, specific websites, emails, phone numbers, and contact information like that, and also LinkedIn and also Instagram. So let me quickly demo how I would actually approach this. I would start by typing in mortgage broker Chicago or a different city in the US because I'm targeting the US market. And then I would choose any of these listings. You can click more places or you can find websites in here. I'm just going to give you a quick demo. Okay, so you go on their website, right? And then you can scroll down and find their contact information. So as you can see, yeah, this is their emails. So I can already outreach to them. You can also give them a call if you want to be dealing with cold calls, but I usually recommend sending an email, then they reply with something, and then you schedule a video call, for example, with Zoom or Google Meets, or even a phone call. But you really don't want to be doing cold calls. In my experience, it's much better to schedule a call in advance. And what can you be offering to them? How these kind of offers actually look like. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. These are some of the examples that I've been sending in the last few months whilst doing my videos. When I'm doing outreach properly, I'm actually using tools. So this, for example, like MailChimp and Instantly. But in here, I was making a video, so I was making a sample message, and I actually did some outreach with that. So, hey Adam, I specialize in developing rockstar websites for personal trainers like you. Let me help you get more fitness clients and increase your booking. Interested? This is a potential offer that I offered to fitness trainers. So, in this case, if we're talking about mortgage brokers, it would be something different. So we offering them lead generation. Ideally, you would be personalizing like I'm doing here, but sometimes you don't know the name. So just put, hey, and then carry on with the message. Okay, let me rephrase this specific offer for mortgage broker lead generation. Let's assume the name is the same. Hey, Adam, I specialize in lead generation for mortgage brokers in Chicago area. Let me help you attract more mortgage broking clients and increase your revenue. Interested? Question mark. Okay, as you can see, this is super simple. I'm going to show you another example. In this case, I didn't know the name of that specific person. That's why it's afternoon. Do you guys utilize this? I'm approaching a medium-sized company. That's why I'm not really outreaching to a specific person. And also when I'm doing that, I can outreach to a lot more companies because there is no personalization, but usually the reply rates are lower. So I was offering explainer video service to some Gordian software. Okay, so afternoon, guys, do you utilize explainer videos in your company? As a freelancer who creates explainer videos for various clients, I believe I could provide a lot of value to your organization by creating a custom explainer video. Okay, so this could be a similar kind of offer that you want to be offering, let's say, to mortgage brokers. Okay, so for example, afternoon, guys, do you guys utilize explainer videos in your mortgage broking company? As a freelancer who creates explainer videos for various mortgage brokers across the US and UK, I believe I could provide a lot of value to your company by creating a customer explainer video. And for example, you can also add which will explain to your clients how they can work with you, what kind of services you offer, and what are the benefits of working with you. If you're interested in discussing further, please let me know. So sometimes personalization might come in not from the fact that you're adding person's name and sending it to a specific person's email, but from the way you write the message, so it's personalized to that specific business. The next strategy you can use is LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you can find specific people because LinkedIn is very good for, like, let's say, finding mortgage brokers. Most of the mortgage brokers will be on LinkedIn, okay? And we can offer them lead generation service. So for example, I really want to find people who are posting right now. So, I type in mortgage broker, I choose posts. Okay, so people actually posting, and I want to choose latest. So as you can see, people are posting very frequently. Okay, so you can actually, outreach to this person. So, you can add this person to friends, and then you can send a message. Okay, click connect, add a note, and you can add a note. So for example, I'm interested in talking about mortgage broking, whatever. Okay, so you don't have to say in this initial message that you're going to be offering something to them. You can just simply try to just get onto their contacts, and then you can send them a message. Other thing, guys, is what I really, really like is I like seeing people who create content, consistent content about a specific topic. So for example, oh, these guys are great. So, for example, this is a kind of like a mortgage guide to do with mortgage broking, and as you can see, he is creating content. He's creating videos. These are the type of people that you really should be looking for, because this guy is he's creating pretty much, he's creating content, right? So he's definitely looking for leads. Okay, so this is a mortgage broker coaching mortgage brokers. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. So this is the type of guy you can definitely go after, because he's definitely going to need lead generation to get other mortgage brokers. This is actually a very interesting use case. And when these guys who are creating content are on LinkedIn, usually their content is very average. Usually they just don't know what they're doing. Content creators on Instagram and on YouTube are very good, but on LinkedIn, usually they're very, very average. The quality of sound, the quality of video, the quality of everything that they do, even the copywriting is usually very, very average. And also, they're usually not very good at lead generation. That is why these kinds of people, mortgage brokers on LinkedIn are very, very, very good place to find them. And most of the mortgage brokers also post a lot of stuff. So they post stuff about the industry news, industry trends, and stuff like that. Okay, and that's when you can identify them by just scrolling down, finding them, adding them to contacts, and then of course reaching out to them. So you want to be reaching out not to business pages, right? You don't want to be following business pages. You want to be reaching out to individual people, individual end user, like end user who's actually going to be using your service. And another thing, guys, is sometimes you need to really look into the company still. If the company is very big, then they might not be interested in working with you. But if the company is, let's say, small to medium size, maybe, I don't know, 5 to 100 employees, you can even talk to a mortgage broker who would pitch your service, or who would just offer your service, or just forward your message to their director, to their marketing person, whatever, in that company, right? And then they can actually also order this as a company decision. Okay, so you can do lead generation for a mortgage broking company, not necessarily just specifically individual mortgage brokers, because a lot of mortgage brokers actually work on their own terms. They're freelancers, they're just, using someone's license, but they're really working individually. That's why it's a pretty good client base. But also sometimes there are companies that have mortgage brokers on their payroll full time, and then perhaps you could offer it to mortgage broking company. Okay, guys, and then on Instagram, the same thing. You can type in mortgage broker, okay, and you can find a lot of different mortgage brokers very easily, and then you can, of course, send them a message. I'm just gonna open a few of these people, and I want to show you how easy it is to really identify these people. So you just have to type in mortgage broker. On here, actually, don't put the location. So for example, as we discussed about Google search, you can add location easily, right? We were talking about mortgage brokers in Chicago. On LinkedIn, you can filter the location. You can also filter by, for example, mortgage broker, and then filter by location, choose Chicago. But on here on Instagram, it's not easy to filter by location, because if you add Chicago here, your pool of potential mortgage brokers is going to be very, very small, because a lot of people don't put their location anywhere in the keywords. So you just want to go after people who just identify themselves as mortgage brokers, meaning they'll probably be from the US, UK, Australia anyway. And then all you need to do is just click message, and you can offer them the same thing. So for example, here, another one located in BC, serving Canada. So this guy is, for example, in Canada. He's creating leads, attracting videos. So I can see from just the content that he's making that he is interested in more clients. He needs more clients. And a lot of the time, you're going to find a lot of very useful information from Instagram profiles. Most of these mortgage brokers, real estate agents, and stuff like that, they have Linktree. Linktree is basically a website which provides them with a lot of different things, like their website, like their contact information. On here, also very frequently, you'll find their phone number and email. So in here, not only have his name, which is parm@rotanmortgagegroup.com, but also I've got his email. I can send him an email very quickly. So, and from this, I've also found his website. This is him, this is his email. So all of this information is on here. He's working for this company. Maybe he's working as a freelancer for them, utilizing their license, or maybe he's working for them full time. We don't know. Either way, by creating this content, I can see that he is looking for more mortgage broking deals. And let's look at this guy. The same kind of thing. Again, he is creating content looking to attract clients for his mortgage broking service. So we can offer him the same thing. So as you can see, it is actually not difficult to identify who your target market is, who your target service is. It's just a matter of you really doing the research, identifying for yourself, and then finding those people. But guys, what is also super important is once you actually choose your market niche, your service niche, you also identify the leads, get their emails, get their LinkedIns, get their Instagrams, get their websites. Then it's also, before you start the outreach, you really need to choose a good service provider, because once you start the outreach, if you get the client who is interested in getting those leads, who pays you the money, you need to know that the service that you're offering is actually of good quality. So what I really suggest, guys, is I suggest you to go onto Fiverr and then do a lot of research and find a lot of different people, look at the prices, because the prices can vary wildly. Some people could be selling the same thing at $20, other people could be selling the same thing at $100 or even more. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. with lead generation, most of it happens through paid media. So I'm talking about Instagram ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, and stuff like this. Okay, so what you can also do is you can find people like that, mortgage broker lead generation. Okay, or you could just put lead generation and you're going to find a lot of different service providers. And here, these are generic lead generation services. Okay, and here there's going to be a ton of reviews because this is much more popular service than just specifically mortgage broking lead generation. And one more tip, usually in this kind of category, in the generic category of lead generation, the prices are going to be slightly smaller than in the specific mortgage broker lead generation, because here there's a lot more competition. There's 36,000 services, and in the previous one there was like 600 services. That's why there is a lot more competition. People are forced to bring the prices down. So sometimes it's a good idea to message a few of these people and just ask, can you actually generate leads for me for mortgage brokers? And if you can, do you have some experience in that? Do you have some specific clients that you serviced in that market? And if you actually go after mortgage brokers lead generations, the exact same thing, guys. You have to ask them for work samples. Can you show me some mortgage brokers, right? And can you show me the leads that you got for them? Just a sample. Just show me, I don't know, 50 different leads that you got for them. Is it quality? Just assess. Just look at the addresses. Just look at their websites. Just look at all of the information that they give you, just to understand, is it a good service? What I really recommend, if you choose a very specific market niche and a very specific service niche, for example, as we did here, mortgage broking leads, there is usually no reviews or very low reviews. Okay, that's why you have to absolutely ask for a sample. Okay, not just say that, oh, I want to see a few of these leads. Just really ask for a sample. Say, I want to order your service and I have a serious job for you, but I want to see a sample of what kind of things you are delivering. Okay, and then send the same message to a lot of these guys. Send it to 10, 20 different suppliers and see how quickly they reply. See what kind of things they're offering. The people that are offering the best price, replying the quickest, and showing you the best quality samples, you can go with them. And then once you choose a suitable service provider, let's just say this one. Okay, what you need to do, guys, then is you need to focus on consistent outreach. After 2 or 3 months, you should start seeing some results, but ideally, you're focusing on it for at least 6 months. Okay, then you're definitely going to start seeing results. Okay, and guys, here's the thing. You might be like, oh, so I need to focus on this niche for like 6 months. No, as I said, in this video, you can focus on like 2 or 3 niches. Okay, so for example, mortgage broking, lawyers, and accountants. These are the 3 niches, right? And for example, you choose lead generation. That is it, guys. Okay, so we've got 3 different types of market audiences: mortgage brokering lead generation, accountants lead generation, and also, let's say, real estate lead generation. Okay, so we've got 3 distinct markets and the same exact service. You can focus for 6 months, and then maybe you start sending some emails to mortgage brokers and you don't get that far. Then you send some emails to lawyers and you think, actually, you know what? Maybe I should reword this offering, and then you get slightly better results. But then, I'm also going to try real estate agent lead gen, and you do that, and then it clicks there. But guys, this is super important to do it like this. Okay, you don't want to really change your market niche and change your service niche too often. You don't want to go like this. So one week you're trying video editing for real estate agents, the next week you're trying menu design for restaurants, the next week you're trying, let's say, lead generation for mortgage brokers and stuff like that. When your market and service niche is like that, it's like a sea constantly changing and changing. You're not really going to get anywhere. You need to focus. Once you choose your service niche and market niche, just focus on it. Give it, 2, 3, ideally 6 months. Really, you're going to start seeing results, because in order to learn any business, you have to focus on it. You have to put some effort. You have to learn something. You're going to get better every single week. And after some time, you're going to start getting clients. But if you constantly change things, you're never going to be a good expert in any niche. And finally, a lot of drop servicing beginners make this mistake of not starting today. So they think about, you know what, I need to create a website. I need to create a social media page, for example, a LinkedIn page for my drop servicing business. I need to create, let's say, a YouTube channel for my drop servicing business. And they keep piling up more and more and more tasks, especially to do with the website, because there's always scope for improvement. So they think, you know what, I need to put all my services on my website. I need to put my prices, whatever. I need to create a PDF of what I'm offering. So they constantly delay and delay and delay of starting drop servicing business, which is essentially simply contacting business, offering them specific services that they're looking for, and then getting the revenue, getting the sales, and then fulfilling that business. I've drop serviced and made thousands of dollars without any website in all kinds of different niches. If you simply don't know where to start because there's all kinds of ways to contact these potential clients, I'm telling you guys, definitely do start with email marketing and focus on it. Learn email marketing. That way, you're gonna succeed much, much faster than if you do a little bit of LinkedIn, a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of TikTok, a little bit of all kinds of different social media platforms, right? And then a little bit of cold calls, a little bit of email marketing. It's also about focusing. So if you can start today with just email marketing without having a website, without creating LinkedIn page for your business, without creating Facebook page for your drop servicing business, without creating Instagram, anything, just an email, simple Gmail, even simple Gmail could be enough for you to start your drop servicing business. And I show on a lot of my videos how I am able to find clients and how I can offer it to them with just a simple free Gmail without any website. And I've got plenty of videos where I'm showing you, payments and orders from clients, and delivery of what I delivered to them. I've got over 50 videos. My channel is now the fastest growing channel when it comes to drop servicing on the entire YouTube. If you found this drop servicing tutorial very helpful, but you still need some help with starting your own drop servicing business or finding your first drop servicing clients, drop me an email here because I offer 3 months paid drop servicing mentoring. I work with clients all over the world. We work every single week. We meet once a week online via Google Meets, and I help you to find your very first drop servicing clients and also how you can start and grow your drop servicing agency. Okay, so drop me an email here and we can talk about it. Thanks for watching this video. Drop a like for the YouTube algo, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna see you in the next video.